We all want to be more comfortable, but in Mob Psycho 100, we're reminded that true growth rarely happens within our comfort zones. Comfort can trap us, keep us from facing challenges, and prevent us from realizing our true potential. Mob's story is a powerful reminder that if you want to become your best self, you need to stop trying to be comfortable. In today's video, we'll explore Mob's journey and the lessons it holds for all of us about discomfort, growth, and self-discovery. We'll see how his struggles mirror our own battles against comfort, showing us that real strength isn't about staying safe. It's about embracing the unknown. Let's dive into the world of Mob Psycho 100 and uncover why stepping out of your comfort zone is essential for becoming the best version of yourself. Mob starts off like a lot of us. He doesn't want to stand out, face challenges, or take risks. He just wants a simple life where he can avoid trouble. Despite being an extremely powerful psychic, Mob chooses not to use his powers unless absolutely necessary. Instead of mastering them, he represses them, seeing them as more of a burden than a gift. He's a boy who would rather blend into the background than confront the discomfort of dealing with his powers and emotions. Mob's initial desire for comfort represents the part of us that wants to avoid difficulties. He sees his psychic abilities as a source of anxiety and fear, so he tries to bury them. But in doing so, he also buries his potential. By avoiding his abilities, Mob is hiding from the huge part of who he is. It's like he's building a wall around himself to keep out anything that could make him feel uncomfortable or exposed. This desire to stay comfortable is relatable. Most of us at some point have chosen the easy path, avoiding risks because we fear failure or rejection. But as we see with Mob, avoiding discomfort doesn't solve anything. It just creates a deeper struggle. When you ignore who you really are, you're only limiting yourself. This part of Mob's journey teaches us that choosing comfort over growth ultimately keeps us from realizing our potential. One of the most important figures in Mob's life is Reagan, his mentor and self-proclaimed greatest psychic. Although Reagan isn't psychic himself, he pushes Mob to explore his own abilities and question his limits. Reagan represents that friend or mentor we all need, the person who sees more in us than we see in ourselves and won't let us settle for comfort. Despite Reagan's questionable ethics and habit of using Mob's power to make a living, he genuinely cares for Mob and he wants him to succeed. He knows that Mob's psychic abilities are something special, and he constantly pushes Mob to confront his own fears and insecurities. Reagan doesn't let Mob shrink into the background. Instead, he encourages him to use his powers for good, to grow, and to learn from each encounter. Reagan's influence is a huge factor in Mob's journey away from his comfort zone. Reagan's tough love shows us that sometimes we need someone to push us, to show us that we're capable of more than we think. Comfort zones feel safe, but they don't challenge us, and without challenges, we can't grow. Reagan's presence in Mob's life reminds us of the importance of surrounding ourselves with people who challenge us, who see our potential, and who won't let us settle. These are the people who will help us reach heights we never imagined possible, even if it feels uncomfortable along the way. In Mob Psycho 100, battles are more than just physical confrontations. They're metaphors for Mob's internal struggles, his growth, and the tension between staying comfortable and pushing himself to new limits. Every time Mob faces a powerful opponent, he's forced to confront his own fears, insecurities, and the limits he's placed on himself. These battles show that real strength comes from stepping out of the comfort zone and embracing challenges. Take, for example, Mob's confrontation with Teruki Hanazawa, also known as Teru. Teru initially sees himself as superior because of his psychic powers and believes Mob to be weak and naive. When the two face off, Mob has to confront Teru's aggression and his own reluctance to fight. At first, Mob holds back, refusing to use his powers out of fear and a desire to avoid conflict. But as Teru's attacks become more intense, Mob realizes he has no choice but to push his limits. This fight is a turning point for Mob. He recognizes that by suppressing his powers, he's only holding himself back. To stand his ground, he has to dig deep and let go of his fear. It's uncomfortable, but it's also the first step toward understanding and accepting his true strength. Each of Mob's battles is a reminder that the comfort zone is a limited space. Growth doesn't happen when things are easy, it happens when we're pushed to face our fears. In life, challenges are what help us discover our true potential. If Mob had continued to hide his powers and avoid conflict, he would have missed out on these crucial moments of growth. In every battle, he learned something new about himself, something he would have never discovered if he'd chosen to stay safe. Mob's battles are powerful metaphors for the fact that comfort is often the enemy of growth, and that stepping into discomfort is the only way to realize our true potential. Throughout Mob Psycho 100, we encounter characters who try to sway Mob, using his powers for their own gain or encouraging him to take the easy route. One of these characters is Dimple, a spirit who initially tries to manipulate Mob for selfish reasons. Dimple embodies a tempting but ultimately shallow path, using his powers to achieve instant gratification without personal growth. Dimple represents a common temptation in life, the allure of shortcuts and easy rewards. It's like when we're tempted to choose comfort over challenge because it's easier in the short term. But these temptations usually come at a price. Mob's initial interactions with Dimple are a reminder that taking the easy way can lead to regret and a lack of fulfillment. By resisting Dimple's influence, Mob chooses integrity over comfort, proving that shortcuts often only offer temporary satisfaction. The comfort zone can be filled with traps, like people or situations that seem easy but don't truly fulfill us. Mob's rejection of Dimple's influence is a powerful reminder that the easy road isn't always the right one. True growth and fulfillment come from facing challenges, not avoiding them. One of Mob's biggest challenges is dealing with his emotions. For years, he's been bottling up his feelings, believing that showing emotion is a sign of weakness. Mob suppresses his emotions because they make him feel vulnerable and uncomfortable. But over time, he learns that true strength isn't about hiding how you feel, it's about facing those feelings and understanding them. Mob shows us that emotional vulnerability is a crucial part of growth. At first, Mob's discomfort with his emotions hold him back, creating a barrier between him and others. But as he learns to confront his emotions, he begins to understand himself better and connect with others on a deeper level. The comfort zone often involves hiding our true feelings to avoid pain or discomfort. But Mob's story teaches us that vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. Embracing our emotions and learning to understand them helps us grow and connect more deeply with ourselves and others. Real courage isn't about avoiding emotions, it's about having the strength to face them. In the final battles of Mob Psycho 100, Mob faces his greatest challenges yet. These moments push him to completely break free of his comfort zone. The stakes are higher and the risks are greater, but Mob has grown through each experience. And now he knows that his strength comes from fully embracing his abilities and his emotions. These climactic moments show that real growth comes from pushing through discomfort, confronting fear, and being true to yourself. Mob learns that his strength lies in his willingness to face these challenges, even if they scare him. His journey is a powerful reminder that breaking free from our limitations isn't just about reaching a goal, it's about unlocking who we are meant to be. Mob's journey in Mob Psycho 100 teaches us that comfort isn't the path to growth. By stepping out of his comfort zone, confronting his fears, and embracing his emotions, Mob discovers a strength and a freedom he never knew he had. His story is a reminder that true growth requires us to face our challenges even if it's uncomfortable. So if you're watching this and wondering how to grow, remember, stop trying to be comfortable. Discomfort is a part of growth, and as Mob shows us, it's only by embracing the unknown that we can truly become who we're meant to be. I hope you enjoyed this video. By the way, I just launched this free new ebook called How to Become Goku. It's basically 30 tips on how to be more fit, how to be more productive, how to be more confident. I basically made this for myself, but I figured other people could use it, so it's free. Link in description down below, or go to shiso1917.com. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.